Hey everyone, Cheese here again. So you remember in the previous video I talked about how to get to like 3 different mod shops to buy illegal black weapon mods in Ratchet and Clank 2. This is basically the places you spend your platinum bolts you've been earning throughout this guide. So the very first one of these is this basically these electric cables. So what you want to do is just go on them with your grind boots and start jumping over these middle things here, and make sure you avoid any of these conductors here, whatever you call them. For this part here, you want to like hold the button in so you jump a little further, and then just jump over this part here, jump over this part, jump to here, hold it down again here, and make sure you also hold it down here, otherwise you may fly off the edge and hurt yourself. Also, the camera can act a little weird at some instances, but yeah, just try to deal with it as best you can. And then you flip to the middle here. That shot you heard is actually a thug trying to shoot you through a wall. Don't worry about that. He can't hurt you at all. And then you really want to hold down the button here again. That can happen. It's kind of finicky. Yeah. So I was holding down the button like I said, but sometimes you will just smack into that part there. There's no real... Well, I guess you could say there is avoiding it, but it's mostly kind of hard to avoid it. But at least I can show you like one of the pitfalls of this place. Almost missed that one. Also, I have no idea why, but some parts of this level just, you seem to speed up a lot more on these electric wires, and other parts you seem to like really slow down, giving a bit of breathing room, like right here. Also, man, Ratchet, he's got some nerves of steel for actually just, like, seeking thrill and using his grind boots in places like this. I wouldn't have the nerve to do this. I mean, he's grinding on, like, electric telegraph cables. Yeah, so if you actually do what I did just there, you get this skill point, which is basically called No Shocking Developments, where you don't get hurt a single time while going down on the train cables. And then you can blow up this thing here, and also these crates for is a huge amount of money. You always basically get this much. And also, then you can also shoot the lights in here, fixtures in here, for extra money. Anyway, moving over to the actual black market vendor, you just go over to this button and then press the triangle button you can see here, and you activate the vendor. And as you can see, I've got 8 platinum bolts because I've been doing this series and collecting them. What I recommend here is for your favorite weapons, always buy the damage mods and pretty much avoid the lock-on mods. Because for the lock-on mods to work, yeah, I think you have to hold down both strafe buttons at once, and then it will like make this circle appear around the enemy showing how much health they have left. But as I mentioned in the previous video, to see how much health an enemy has left, I just shoot them until they're dead. It's pretty self-explanatory. So, in my opinion, the shock mod and the acid mod for like the 2 separate mods you can get for weapons are both good in their own right. There is no better mod. They both do an excellent job at what they do. So the acid mod will continuously deal damage to an enemy for a certain amount of time. I think it's around like about 2 or 3 seconds after you hit the enemy, which can potentially kill them if you make the enemy really weak, which is really useful in my opinion. I love it. It makes you be able to like kill these desert sand crawler dune things on the desert planet with the multi-star in one hit if you have it with the acid mod on it. And then the shock mod will make arcing electricity arc from one enemy to the next, to the next, to the next. On enemies that take 1 hit to kill, like the Blade Bolds in the very first arena in the game, it is really good because you can shoot one enemy with a Lancer, if it's got the shock mod, for instance, or this turret gun, have them be injured, and then the shocks will arc off them into other enemies, killing them. In other words, I love it. So I really like the Spider-Bot gloves, so I'm going to buy the acid mod for that. I also really like this turret, like the mini turret launcher, and I also really like the blitz cannon. However, the HK-22 gun is not one of my favorite weapons, so I'm not going to buy that. Also, once you've gone here once, you can immediately take this teleporter back to your ship. We'll actually spawn another teleporter right here. And then you can come back to this planet, break all the lights at the start, and then go there to that teleporter for easy, quick money. Because you can just go to the place without planning on spending any of your platinum bolts, and then once you're there, you can just break the boxes, which I mentioned before, have a huge amount of money. There'll be less boxes the second time you go to this planet, but they'll still drop the bolts, which are worth a huge amount. Like the really weird circular ones, which you hardly ever see. I also get excited whenever I see them, because they're just worth so much money. Right. So the reason why we're going to Endako next, and actually I haven't mentioned it yet, is because this is one of the locations where you also get the, you can get to one of the black market vendors. So you can pretty much just skip through here and shoot these little enemies right here, or just smack them. Just get rid of them however you please. Unfortunately, I can't really do too much about that slowdown though. The emulator is causing, well, I've tried fiddling with settings and I haven't really figured out the solution. It does get faster in some parts of the level because there's less to process. Yep, so you just continuously go along this path, which I call the clank path, because, wait, no, I should call it the apartment path, because you use it to get to Clank's apartment. The other path is actually where you rescue Clank. And then you come across this grind rail segment here. So you grapple hook to this one, using the swing shot, which you get from going to Clank's apartment, so you can basically retread this place a second time if you want, and come back here. Then you jump 2 of these, then you enter a loop which will continuously send you around if you need to take a breather for a minute, or you just like the sound of Ratchet's feet on the grind boot track. I don't know, it might be ASMR for you, I'm not going to judge. And then you do a jump here and activate the swing shot, otherwise you will fall to your death, obviously. And then there'll be 2 more of these things to jump here. It doesn't really matter if you get hurt by that, because it'll only take off a single pip of life, even if you have the weakest armor in the game, in other words, no armor pretty much. And okay, I honestly thought I was going to fall off there. I didn't even know that was possible, so apparently I jumped 2 of those things at once. Yeah, and then you just come here, you take this, there'll be some explosive crates for a bit of free money. And then here is the next weapons vendor. And this one, pretty much, each of the weapon vendors, you should actually go to each of the different ones, because they do unlock, like, they do unlock different upgrades for different weapons you can buy. In other words, you can get the acid mod on different weapons if you go to each of them, or the shock mod for other weapons. However, once you went to one black market weapon vendor, it will then give their wares to all others. So, pretty much, once you've gone to the 2 I just listed, I recommend going here to Tabora, the desert planet, because this place has the easiest black market vendor to get to. I'm pretty sure what the game's design is meant to do, not meant, but wanted you to do, is, let me just bring up the map here. So what they wanted you to do is, I'm just going to zoom in, so my icon is pointing here. They wanted you to go out into the desert, over here, and then, like, fight dune beasts and all this kind of stuff, and then eventually, they wanted you to loop all the way around to the back of the map, and then come right here where it shows, like, this, doesn't show it, but this thing is right here. But the thing is, you can just jump this fence right here. You just jump this fence, walk slightly over to the left if you haven't jumped in this place. You can use the charge boost to speed yourself up, and it's just placed right here, kind of obscurely. And then you can just press triangle on it, activate it, and it'll allow you to buy more weapon mods, which haven't changed here because I haven't bought any new weapons, so I haven't unlocked illegal mods to buy on them, and I don't want to buy any of the mods I already have. So yeah, that pretty much covers this little bonus part of where the weapon vendors are, because there are no more. There are no more in any later stages of the game. You get pretty much the best mods you can find from the one in Boldan in Silver City, and if I happen to get that information wrong, I'm really sorry. I try not to get information wrong on this channel, but I'm very certain about that fact. So thanks for watching this little bonus video, and I guess I'll see you at part 3 of how to get most Platinum Bolts in Ratchet & Clank 3. Oh, and thanks for watching, of course. I do appreciate it.